feel like the larger conversation here is that what is this attitude that men have towards women? Why are men so angry? You know, and vice versa. Because today I think some new information came out where the couple was actually recorded on a CCTV arguing, and some guys are like, "Oh, she asked for it. She was also participating in the fight," and I'm like, "No, guys, no. It doesn't matter. If I'm in an argument with you, even if you started the argument, and when the argument ends, you're the one in hospital with your fingers chopped off, and there's no excuse.
There's
There's
no
really
excuse.
no excuse. Even if
Nope.
I started the argument, but I'm the one in hospital with my fingers chopped off. And I feel like, by and large, in this country, we must start having very honest conversations about what we are giving our attention to. And the point that Kush was making is that look at our music. What is our music giving attention to?
Yeah.
Vulgarity, demeaning of women, you know, promoting certain violent and aggressive attitudes towards women. And unfortunately, like you've said, women themselves are also partaking and propagating this because they don't quite understand that when I give my attention to this, I'm creating a culture. And
Yes.
sometimes this culture that we are creating is a negative one. It's a culture that ultimately will oppress you. Because fundamentally, I want to believe that when the day started, that was not that man's intention, but something took over him. That even when he was in the act doing it, he didn't feel like there would be repercussions because at the end of the day, she's just a woman. So I feel like it's really a conversation that we must start having consciously with the men in our lives. And I'm not saying all men are bad, they are good men. I personally believe men have been stronger voices, they have been better champions of women's rights in a lot of places. But I also strongly believe, like, in that same breath, those men now need to come forward because there's something happening in our culture. And it's a very dangerous shift. Young men are angry. Young men are disillusioned. Young women are lost. So young women think that they're chasing money, wigs, cars, a fast life. And the things they're doing to keep up with that, unfortunately, feeds that beast. So when you see a man telling you women are this, very derogatory, very cheap statements about who women are, sometimes it hurts to hear it in conversation, but you have to wonder if those are the women he's experienced.
Mm,
So this is a conversation where it's easy to say it's the men, but it's a conversation where I feel like collectively we must all take ownership. There is no excuse for anyone, man or woman, meeting out that level of violence from another person. Here, mostly men do it. So men must talk to men. We must have a standard, we must have a code in this country about what is acceptable and what is not.